This is actually getting embarrassing because why is Doja Cat trying to run from her label while Halle Bailey might have just low-key confessed to cheating? And the internet is dragging Chloe Bailey for hanging out at a sudden controversial concert like her career doesn't need CPR right now. And wait, it get worse because Tyler is quietly collecting hits like Infinity Stones, and somehow Olivia Rodrigo fans are already screaming sabotage before her album even drops. I'm sorry, but today's tea messy, confusing, slightly shady, and we need to talk about all of it because something is not adding up. Okay, so let's start with Doja Cat because I need to talk about this. Apparently, she's gearing up to leave RCA because this is where it gets interesting. So, the whispers are that Doja is trying to get out of her deal with RCA Records, and honestly, not shocking. Her last project, Scarlet, or let's be honest, that whole V era did not hit the chart the way people expected. Even with that underperformance, she's still the most streamed female rapper right now. Yes, she outperformed Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and they've actually been dropping music. So, yeah, explain that to me. I'm sorry, but this is giving flap but still winning. Like, how do you flap and still dominate? Now, people are saying she might go independent. The industry does not like when artists try to take control. Yeah, at some point, they tolerate it until they don't. So the real question is Doja trying to escape or is she being pushed? Because those are two different stories. Now, speaking of relationships that are questionable, we need to talk about Halle Bailey because this just got awkward. So Halle was asked a very simple question. Have you ever had a private relationship with a public figure we don't know about? And her answer, I don't know how to answer that. Girl, what do you mean you don't know how to answer that? What do you mean you don't know, girl? Now, let's not forget, there have been rumors, especially from people like DJ Academics, that she allegedly cheated on DDG with Brent Faiyaz. What's the name? Brent Faiyaz. I don't know if that's correct. And there were even messages brought up during their legal issues. So this is not coming out of nowhere. I'm sorry, but the answer, that's not denial energy. That was let's change the subject energy. But here is the part that is sending me because some people are like, why should we even care? Because let's be honest, DDG does not exactly have the perfect boyfriend reputation. Now, the internet is basically like, is she cheated? Well, but wait, because the next story even more chaotic because the Beehive is involved. And you already know that never ends peacefully. Now, speaking of chaos and questionable decision, let's get into Chloe Bailey because why would you do this publicly? So, Chloe was spotted at a concert of a certain controversial artist, and fans were like, excuse me? Because that artist has previously said offensive things about Beyonce's family, and Chloe is literally from that camp. Especially because that artist has previously said offensive things about Beyonce's family. And Chloe is literally from that camp. I'm sorry, but this is given reading the room is optional because why are you smiling, posting, vibing like Twitter is not watching? And the Beehive, they came with receipts, opinions, and attitude, dragging her for disloyalty, bringing up her career struggles, even talking about contracts and money. It got nasty. And honestly, this might, affect how she's supported going forward because the Beehive does not forget. But let's lighten up a little because the one person who is not struggling right now, Tyla. Or is she outside winning? Tyler just previewed a new track and people are already calling it a hit. After Water and Truth or Dare, she's building a very consistent catalog. Even the Grammy Award page is hyping her. That's not normal. I'm not even gonna lie. She's giving effort, strategy, and vibes. Like She understands her brand. Meanwhile, some of our peers are still figuring out their sound. No shade, but also a little shade. If she keeps things up, she's not just next up. She's already here. Now, this last story, this is where the conspiracy theories start jumping out because Olivia Rodrigo fans are already stressed. Olivia is set to drop her album June 12th. Simple enough, right? Wrong. Because somehow Taylor Swift is also trending around that same time for a major personal event, and fans are like, not again. I'm sorry, but the way people think Taylor is secretly plotting every pop girl's downfall is actually funny. Do I think it's sabotage? Probably not. Do I think the timing is interesting? Yes, very. But regardless, Olivia is still going to sell. Let's not play. So yeah, today's episode of Celebrity Chaos gave us Doja Cat possibly escaping her label, Halle Bailey dodging cheating questions like it's dodgeball, Chloe Bailey getting dragged by the Beehive, Tyla quietly dominating, and Olivia Rodrigo fans already preparing for war. I'm sorry, the industry it never can. Now, I need to hear from you. Do you think Doja should go independent? Was Haley being honest or just careful? And did Chloe actually mess up or are fans overreacting? Let's talk in the comment. And if you made it this far, you already know you're part of the inner circle. So go ahead, like, subscribe, and stay tuned because the next video might be even messier.